We are now at the greenhouse. This air duct is from the kitchen to guide the carbon dioxide after cooking. Meantime, it's cooled down by the outside air, and it's heavier than the atmosphere, and then it comes down over the grass in the cleansing pond in the greenhouse, expecting they would change into oxygen. The human discharge and refuse are processed by. This stage is the gray water. That's from the shower water, washed the water after doing dishes and so on. Then this agitation pond collected the gray water. Now it moves to the next first the cleansing pond, where rice grass are planted, and the dirty water runs a zigzag. And now, even at the end of this first cleansing pond, water quite clear. The dust is floating, which is given by the threshing work for rice harvest. Oh, yeah. And the thresher was set above the second pond, putting the two ply sheets over, so the duckweed, which were green, now turns into looks like dead, but they are really active, the plants. The first pond has 1 meter depth, and the sand layer is filled until the 10 centimeters below the surface of the water. Now the sand layer grows bacteria, and maybe a little bit of water running, filtering water running. And now look at the rice grass. We found it's very strong against dirty water, and every year they got nice rice grains, but they were eaten by sparrows and mice, and they keep staying there for over 5 years. Now that shows the grass is a perennial. So that's a character I'm using at the paddy, rice paddy, I mean. Unfortunately, the third pond has a leakage. We did a concreting twice. The bottom one was finished, and then I put the second one, but in between they didn't connect up so well. Now this is really, I don't know how I could mend the leakage. It's a little bit of a painful trouble. Though in the third pond, a friend of mine got some water grass and water lilies, or I got it from my neighbor. The oxygen walls or eelgrass or something. Now, even having the leakage, let me show you how the water is cleaner. That this white plastic container get the water at the release. How clear it is, you can see. And a little bit of dots are duckweed, which are spreading. But actually, even the duckweed didn't come to this end because they didn't think there is a nutrients in the water. That's I'm guessing. And this was designed by a friend of mine, Professor Tetsukawa. And of course, I should do precise water test at the agitation pond and the point where cleansed water released. Now I got a planter here. I noticed last year spread seeds brought up a lot of vegetables. I kept eating it. So finally I got a planter here. Now the snow peas got the flowers. Sooner or later I'll get a harvest. Or lettuce, eggplants are coming too. Spinach are there. In spring, well, this bench top will be filled with numbers of planters. This is one of the process to cleanse anything that human beings produce and loading on nature. If the gray water is cleansed, then Ozeki tank clearing the organic things, producing biogas. So our discipline is to cleanse the contamination at the source. This is a very important philosophy, and if we cleanse the draining water over factory, he knows what it is, and he should clean it. And if we talk about the noise distribution, if it is decreased at the source, then it doesn't bother other people much. So as a general theory, we have to process at the contamination source. This is very important. If things are mixed up, then we can't find out any proper treatment. Maybe collecting them and chuck it, dump it somewhere, or burn it, or anyway, it's not. They are not good ways. The pond depth is gradually changing, and sand layers is different too, as the later figure shows. And each pond has a 5 millimeter difference, so water runs quite slowly. So the agitation pond has 75 centimeters, and the first pond 93 centimeters something. The second one has 122 centimeters. The fourth one has 140 centimeters on. So the longer the dirty water runs through plants, the cleaner the water becomes. How this is designed.